The National Electrical Code, or NEC, establishes specific requirements for the placement of electrical service change panels to ensure safety and accessibility. These requirements address minimum distances from various building features, including windows, doors, water lines, and gas lines. Understanding and adhering to these codes is crucial for safe and compliant electrical installations. Regarding the distance from windows and doors, the NEC specifies that an electrical panel must be located a minimum of 3 feet from any window or door that opens in its direction. This requirement is outlined in NEC section 110.26. A. The purpose of this clearance is to provide adequate working space around the panel and to prevent obstructions that could hinder access during maintenance or emergencies. If, due to space constraints or other factors, the panel is located within 3 feet of a window or door, it must be protected by a guard or barrier. This additional protective measure is detailed in NEC section 110.26. F. The guard or barrier should be designed to prevent accidental contact with the panel and to provide a clear working space. The NEC also addresses the required distance from water lines. According to NEC section 380.10. B. An electrical panel must be located a minimum of 18 inches from any water line. This separation is essential to prevent water damage to the electrical equipment and to reduce the risk of electrical shock. Water and electricity are a dangerous combination, and maintaining this minimum distance helps to mitigate potential hazards. The NEC also sets a minimum distance requirement for the placement of electrical panels near gas lines. Specifically, NEC section 230.50. D states that an electrical panel must be located a minimum of 3 feet from any gas line. This separation is critical to prevent ignition of natural gas in the event of a leak or electrical fault. Gas leaks can pose a significant fire and explosion hazard, and maintaining adequate distance from electrical equipment is a crucial safety measure. If it is unavoidable and a panel is located within 3 feet of a gas line, the NEC requires that the panel be installed in a separate compartment with positive ventilation. This requirement is found in NEC section 230.50. E. Positive ventilation helps to dissipate any gas that may leak into the compartment, reducing the risk of accumulation and potential ignition. In addition to these specific distance requirements, the NEC includes several other provisions related to the accessibility and insulation of electrical panels. Firstly, the panel must be readily accessible and not obstructed by walls, furniture, or other items. This requirement is outlined in NEC section 110.26. A. Easy access to the panel is essential for routine maintenance, troubleshooting, and emergency situations. Secondly, the panel must be located in a dry and ventilated location, as specified in NEC section 110.26. B. Moisture and poor ventilation can damage electrical equipment and increase the risk of corrosion and electrical faults. Thirdly, the panel must be installed on a sturdy and level support. This requirement is detailed in NEC section 230.24. A. A stable and level mounting ensures the panel's structural integrity and prevents stress on electrical connections. Furthermore, the panel must be listed and labeled for the intended use, as required by NEC section 110.3. B. Listing and labeling indicate that the panel has been tested and certified to meet specific safety standards. It's important to note that the distances provided are minimum requirements. In certain situations, such as in hazardous locations or where there are obstacles, these distances may need to be increased. Hazardous locations, for example, may require greater separation to minimize the risk of ignition. Obstacles, such as pipes or ducts, may necessitate increased clearance for accessibility and maintenance. Always consult the latest edition of the NEC and local building codes for specific requirements in your area. Local codes may have additional restrictions or requirements that supplement the NEC. It is essential to comply with all applicable codes to ensure the safety and legality of the electrical installation. Moreover, changes to the NEC occur every 3 years, so staying up to date with the latest edition is important. Understanding the NEC requirements for service change panel placement is essential for electrical professionals and homeowners alike. Adhering to these codes ensures the safety and reliability of electrical systems and helps to prevent potential hazards. When planning or performing electrical work, always consult the latest edition of the NEC and local building codes, and consider consulting with a qualified electrical inspector to ensure compliance. The NEC, published by the National Fire Protection Association, is a comprehensive set of standards that governs the safe installation of electrical wiring and equipment. It is updated every 3 years to reflect changes in technology, safety practices, and industry standards. Local building codes often adopt or amend the NEC to suit specific local conditions and requirements. Electrical inspections are typically required for new installations and service changes to ensure compliance with the applicable codes. A qualified electrical inspector will review the installation to verify that it meets all safety and code requirements. Failure to comply with electrical codes can result in fines, delays, and potential safety hazards. Proper planning and attention to detail are essential to ensure a safe and compliant electrical installation. When selecting a location for an electrical panel, consider the following factors. Firstly, accessibility. The panel should be readily accessible for maintenance and emergency situations. Avoid locations that are likely to be obstructed by furniture, storage, or other items. Secondly, environmental conditions. The panel should be located in a dry and well-ventilated area to prevent moisture damage and corrosion. Avoid locations that are prone to flooding or excessive humidity. Thirdly, proximity to other utilities. Maintain the required minimum distances from windows, doors, water lines, and gas lines. Also, consider the proximity to other electrical equipment and wiring. Fourthly, working space. Provide adequate working space around the panel to allow for safe and convenient maintenance and repairs. The NEC specifies minimum working space requirements based on the voltage and amperage of the equipment. Fifthly, future expansion. Consider the potential for future expansion of the electrical system. Choose a location that can accommodate additional panels or equipment if needed. When installing an electrical panel, follow these best practices. Firstly, use qualified personnel. Electrical work should be performed by a qualified and licensed electrician. Incorrect wiring or installation can create significant safety hazards. Secondly, obtain necessary permits. Obtain all required permits before starting any electrical work. This ensures that the installation will be inspected and approved by local authorities. Thirdly, follow manufacturer's instructions. Install the panel according to the manufacturer's instructions. This ensures that the equipment is properly installed and will operate safely. Fourthly, use appropriate wiring methods. Use the correct type and size of wiring for the application. Follow NEC guidelines for wiring methods, grounding, and bonding. Fifthly, protect wiring. Protect wiring from physical damage. Use conduit, raceways, or other protective measures where necessary. Sixthly, label circuits clearly. Label all circuits clearly and accurately. This makes it easier to identify and troubleshoot electrical problems. Seventhly, test the installation. Test the installation thoroughly after completion. Verify that all circuits are properly wired and grounded. Eighthly, document the installation. Keep a record of the electrical installation, including wiring diagrams, panel schedules, and inspection reports. This documentation can be helpful for future maintenance and repairs. By following these guidelines, you can ensure that your electrical service change panel is installed safely and in compliance with applicable codes. Remember to consult the latest edition of the NEC and local building codes for specific requirements in your area. When working with electricity, safety should always be the top priority. Always de-energize circuits before working on them, and use appropriate personal protective equipment. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, hire a qualified electrician to perform the work. Electrical safety is not something to be taken lightly. Electricity can be dangerous and even deadly if not handled properly. Always follow safety precautions and use common sense when working with electricity. Before starting any electrical work, take the time to familiarize yourself with the relevant codes and regulations. This will help you to ensure that your installation is safe and compliant. If you have any questions or concerns, consult with a qualified electrical inspector or electrician. They can provide guidance and advice on how to properly install and maintain your electrical system. The NEC is a valuable resource for anyone involved in electrical work. It provides detailed information on how to safely install electrical wiring and equipment. The NEC is updated every 3 years, so it is important to stay up to date with the latest edition. You can purchase a copy of the NEC from the National Fire Protection Association or from other online retailers. In addition to the NEC, there are many other resources available to help you learn about electrical safety. These resources include books, articles, websites, and training courses. Take advantage of these resources to expand your knowledge and improve your skills. By following these guidelines and taking the necessary precautions, you can ensure that your electrical system is safe and reliable. Remember, electrical safety is everyone's responsibility. The requirements provided serve as a general overview of the NEC guidelines for electrical service change panel placement. It is crucial to always consult the latest edition of the NEC and local building codes for specific requirements applicable to your project and location. The NEC is a comprehensive document, and local codes may have additional requirements or amendments that must be followed. Consulting with a qualified electrical inspector or licensed electrician is also highly recommended to ensure compliance and safety. In addition to the distances mentioned, the NEC also addresses other aspects of electrical panel installations, such as working clearances, conductor sizing, overcurrent protection, and grounding. It is essential to understand and comply with all relevant NEC requirements to ensure a safe and reliable electrical system. Working clearances around electrical equipment are specified in NEC section 110.26. These clearances provide adequate space for electricians to safely work on energized equipment. The required working clearance depends on the voltage of the equipment and the presence of any exposed energized parts. Conductor sizing is addressed in NEC Article 310. The size of the conductors must be sufficient to carry the intended load without overheating. The NEC provides tables that specify the allowable ampacity of different conductor sizes based on their insulation type and installation conditions. Overcurrent protection, such as circuit breakers and fuses, is required to protect conductors and equipment from overloads and short circuits. NEC Article 240 provides requirements for overcurrent protection devices. The rating of the overcurrent protection device must be coordinated with the ampacity of the conductors and the rating of the equipment being protected. Grounding is essential for electrical safety. Grounding provides a low impedance path for fault current to return to the source, which helps to trip overcurrent protection devices and prevent electrical shock. NEC Article 250 provides requirements for grounding and bonding. The grounding system must be properly installed and maintained to ensure its effectiveness. In summary, electrical service change panel installations must comply with the NEC and local building codes to ensure safety and reliability. Understanding and following these requirements is crucial for electrical professionals and homeowners alike. Always consult the latest edition of the NEC and local building codes, and consider consulting with a qualified electrical inspector or licensed electrician to ensure compliance.